75 hard.
Today I'm going to describe the 75 Hard Challenge and the benefits I'm feeling after just 2 weeks of doing this challenge. Watch all the way through though, so you don't miss my relationship advice and spiritual talk. There's some real pearls in this one, and they relate to all ages, especially if you're in your 20s and 30s. This program is teaching me day by day, taking control of our life and committing to ourselves and our goals. If we just improve ourselves even 1% every day, we can watch the amazing results in all aspects of our life and relationships.
Mm. 75 hard. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm on day 6 of 75 hard challenge. This is my little chart because I'm a painter. This is my little chart that I drew up from the day I start to the day I finish. And there are 5 challenges, which I'm going to tell you about in this 75 hard challenge, that you must complete every single day, or you have to go back to the first day. So, I like a little reward. So every day, the 5 challenges, I have each of the challenges color-coded. So every time I finish one, I paint my little color strip. And I know it seems really silly and like maybe juvenile, but it's working. And whatever works, just do it. So this was my way, A, of tracking what I was doing, and B, making it a little more fun, and C, using my paints. So my paints are always out, and it's making me paint more too, because I painted yesterday for the first time in a while. Anyway, I am sweltering because I just came back, and again, remember I live in Miami. It's very hot here, even in the morning. It's 85 degrees already. From my second 45-minute workout. Every day you have to do 2, and they can't be consecutive. You have to break it up, which makes it even more hard. So for those of you that don't know, and believe me, I am no expert, I'm just learning, but I'm loving it already. 75 hard is not really a fitness challenge. They say it's mental toughness. And even though I'm 58, and I have felt pretty mentally tough throughout most of my life, you go through periods of not feeling mentally tough for whatever reason. You get tired, you get overwhelmed, you get overworked, you get lazy. There's lots of reasons. So for me, this is sort of a checkup, a check-in, because I kind of felt like I was checking out. Menopause is like on me full force, and I feel like my body is like a runaway train, and I have tried things, but they haven't really been working. I can't say they haven't been, that's blame. I'm getting myself out of this state, that's all I know. And I'm trying this program, and so far, I will say I'm on day 6, it's working. But you have to work it, you have to do it. So I'm gonna put a link into it. I have the book, and the whole reason for doing it, the mental toughness, is that you gain more confidence, more self-belief, more self-esteem, more self-worth, more discipline, more determination, more perseverance, more grit. Couldn't we all, I am dying. Couldn't we all use all of those or more of all of those in our life? And just think about it. If you even had half of those, you'd be, batting 500. So I'm only telling you this because A, I am tired, and I have a bad rotator cuff. I've got I think she's in dementia stage, our dog Salty. So we have trials and tribulations, at this age going on. But that's not going to stop me. I have to take care of myself. I have to take care of my body, my mind, my soul. And like I said, for me, it's a check-in, a check-up, and I got to put myself back on the right path. I still have quite a few chapters to go, I hope. So sometimes people let it all go, getting close to 60. They just kind of like throw their arm. I can't even throw this arm up because of my rotator cuff. They throw their arms up and they just give up, and they say it's too hard. It's just too hard. But you know what? I'm finding, yes, it is hard. It is so satisfying. And, 11:11 just came up on my clock. And you know me and my spiritual guides, for the past week and a half, at least 2 weeks maybe, I've been getting a lot of numerology signs, very positive. So I know I'm on the right track. I know this needs to be done. I hope that you all, whatever you're needing to do, you do it. But I wanted to let you know that I am doing my 75 hard challenge. And whatever challenge you're going through, I wish you luck. Keep at it. You need it. It's good for you. It will pay off. My cooking is changing, and that is challenging for me too. I love to cook and eat whatever I want, whenever I want it. So one of my big things is I need to be resilient to that urge to just eat whenever I want to. That has been the toughest part of probably this whole week. So whatever it is for you that you are challenged with, just do it head on. And even after day 1, I felt better, but day 6, I feel really much more powerful. Take control of your life. So let's do it together. I'll keep checking in with you. And let me know in the comments. Tell me what you're working on. Let's do it together. I'm sticking to the 75 hard challenge that Andy Frisella came up with. So I'm like a purist with most things, and this will be no different. 5 critical tasks you must complete every single day. A diet, and you must commit to it according to your goals, which I actually at first I was like, I need somebody to tell me what to eat, when to eat, what about, because I'm not good with diets. I never have been. I don't like the word diet. So at first I struggled with that one, and I've given it each day. I think about it, and I kind of go to the diet, the eating plan throughout the day, let's call it that I like. And my goals are different than your goals, than someone else's goals. Obviously, age, different factors, but what I need to do for me personally is, I'm a sugar addict. I'll admit it. I'm Sue Keating, I'm 58, and I'm addicted to sugar. And I might be laughing because that's a nervous laugh, and I'm knocking that off too. I am self-defacing. I make fun of myself, I laugh at myself, which makes people feel comfortable, but you know what? It belittles what I'm trying to do. I'm not laughing anymore. I'm trying not to. Anyway, the diet that I'm committing to is very little, and I've actually had no sugar in the first 6 days. Very little limited sugar throughout these 75 days. That's one. No junk food, no cheat meals. So I guess whatever that means to you, I don't know what I mean, a cheat meal to me is like a really great cheeseburger and french fries and a chocolate shake. But I don't think part of that is all bad. I don't think the burger with cheese is that bad. But anyway, so that's been a struggle for me, figuring out what exactly the diet means. But it's whatever your health goals are to succeed in this program, whatever you need to be addressing, whether it's weight loss or less sugar or less snacking, less junk food. So there is the rule: no junk meat, no cheat meals, no junk food, no alcohol. So those 3 elements have to be included in however you design your diet. 2, a gallon of water every single day. That's 4 of these 16-ounce canning, 8 of these 16-ounce canning jars. I gotta tell you something, the water might be one of the harder criteria for me. I feel like my eyes are popping out of my head. There's a lot of water. But I'm sure there's a reason for that, and it's good. So 1 gallon of water every single day. 2 45-minute workouts, and 1 must be outdoors, and they cannot be back-to-back. They cannot be consecutive. That makes it too easy, apparently. So they have to have a break in the middle, which for me, that is challenging because everybody wants to kind of get through their workout in the day and get to work or do whatever they do during the day. So breaking it up makes it more mentally challenging. Read 10 pages of nonfiction book every day. that's been like a gift to me. That's a no-brainer. That's not hard at all. For some people it might be, but that has to be nonfiction. So self-development, learning new things, not an audiobook. And then the fifth thing is take a progress photo every day. That's been a little weird for me. I'm not a selfie taker really. I certainly don't take pictures of myself in the mirror like wearing a sports bra and shorts. So, and Jesus Christ, when I took that first one, I said, holy Suey, you need this. So it does force you to look at yourself with a different kind of scrutiny. Anyway, for me, this mental toughness program is working so far. I'm going to pray and try my hardest to get through the whole thing. Integrity is everything, and self-coaching. So these are all things I love learning and doing and talking to other people about. To whatever degree you can do it. Anything is better than nothing. That's always my motto. Anything is better than nothing. So even if I finish today 7 days, I've already done that. Just in case you're interested, because we do love food. My diet, if you say, it's very healthy right now. So what I'm doing is very limited sugar, no canned goods, no processed food, lean protein, fish, chicken, lean pork, shrimp, lots of fiber, interesting salads in the middle of the day. My one sort of big meal is this huge interesting salad, and I'm going to show you some pictures of what I've been eating. Crunch is a factor in my salad, which seems to be helping. I've been doing iceberg lettuce, avocado, cucumber, tomatoes. I make this dressing myself, which is really delicious. It's got this smoky chipotle and sour cream and olive oil and a lot of lemon or lime. And then I put two kinds of nuts on top of mine, sunflower nuts and hemp seeds. I guess that's not it's a seed. Hemp seeds for more crunch. I feel like I left something out, but that salad, chickpeas. I've been having chickpeas on it, just raw chickpeas. It's been delicious, it's been filling, it's been interesting, it's been tasty. So it's working. So I've been going that route for my big lunch. I'm trying to eat more fruit. I eat a lot of nuts as it is. They're kind of high in calories, so I limit that. I use lots of herbs for flavoring, fresh herbs, lemon, apple cider vinegar, cachava. I know it's all over the internet, and it sounds cliche or trendy, but it's working too. I love my cachava. Is what I have for breakfast in between walking and working out. So that's what's working for me. And if I have dinner, I usually do have a dinner with Pat. I make him a regular big dinner like I always eat. And I'll eat sort of just a lot of the vegetables and a little piece of the lean protein. You know what? I don't think I've had bread all week. And I think that's helping my stomach. So I'm also learning that dairy and bread have been an issue for me. I just love to eat everything so much that's difficult, but it's teaching me what my body likes and doesn't like so I can make the appropriate changes. So that's 75 hard. That's what I've been doing. Tell me what you're doing, and good luck with whatever you're doing. And if I can help you, give you a cheer on, let me know. Fun fact, I was a cheerleader for at least from the 5th grade through the 12th grade. So I do have that spirit in me. The nonfiction books that I'm starting to read on the 75 Hard Challenge, first book I went immediately to is one of my favorites, The Seat of the Soul. I've read this many times over the past at least 20 years. But I love, it's very cathartic. It does put you back on the right track. It's like my Bible. I'm gonna read you the back of the book because I'm not really that smart enough to summarize it, and I'm too hot and tired. The Seat of the Soul is about the birth of a new species and the explosion of human perception past the 5 senses. Sight, scent, smell, touch, hearing. Okay, those are the 5 senses that we in the Earth School, we humans, have those 5 senses. But this book talks about the multi-sensory human. There's more to life, thinking, doing, experiencing, than the five senses. And so the passage I want to read to you is that a multi-sensory human can learn more rapidly than a five-sensory human, with the help that is available to it. The help's coming from the spiritual world, the collective. With the help that is available to it, the multi-sensory personality can understand more quickly the meaning of its experiences, how they come into being and what they represent, and its role in creating them. It does not need to experience 12 or 20 or 200 painful experiences to learn a major lesson of trust or responsibility or humbleness. This does not necessarily mean that the multisensory personalities do not experience painful situations, but that they have the capability of learning more quickly from them than the five sensory personalities, and therefore are more quickly able to choose more wisely and with more compassion. So this is where my spirituality comes in. And for those of you that don't believe in spirituality, spirit guides, whatnot, still a great book to read. You know, these nonfiction books, of course, the whole purpose to learn, but they open your eyes to things that maybe you don't know about or are interested in, or just to know different things in life. Open your mind up. The book talks about your intentions, your responsibility, choices in life, addiction, relationships, souls. I'm all about the soul. And remember the Julia Roberts, the great Pretty Woman movie, at the end of the movie, she's sort of driving off in the limo, and that music and the man's talking in LA, and he's, "What's your dream, baby? What's your dream?" That always stuck with me. It's like, reach your dream, reach your full potential, be expansive. Don't just stay stuck in a rut. Reach, just always be reaching. So I guess doing 75 hard is at my age, I've done different things along the way, but at my age, this is my new reach. And this book is just awesome. It just brings me right back to sort of my core principles that I always want to be focusing on to get to the next level in life. We're all on this earth ball, this earth school, to learn lessons. And people always say, "God, why do I keep dating that same terrible guy?" Or why does this keep happening to me over and over? It's kind of simple. I don't mean to, but you will be faced with that same lesson over and over and over until you learn it. That's the earth school. That's why we humans are here. And the soul comes into your personality. The personality is a smaller part of your bigger soul, but it's all one. And it's living out and learning those lessons that your whole soul needs to learn to progress. And so I find it fascinating. It's not even fascinating. I find it life. This is how I choose to live my life. And it brings me a lot of joy in a way. It makes me feel like I'm connected to the universe, to other people. It gives me compassion towards them, because we're all basically all the same. That's really it. We're all the same humans learning lessons. You can choose to learn them the hard way in fear and doubt, or you can learn to live those lessons out in a more compassionate, loving way. Your choice. I know that salad looks kind of simple, basic, but I'm gonna tell you, it's really good. And it's again, it's like anything, it's whatever's working. This is getting me through the first week of the 75 hard challenge. And you can see an iceberg lettuce is not always my go-to, but I really crave sometimes the crunchiness and the freshness of iceberg lettuce. So this has been my go-to. Whatever works for you. What I want to do while we're chatting and having lunch, there's some things that have been on my mind. I guess with Mother's Day, they're doing workout in the hallway. I mean, if it's the dog's not barking, there's something, we have no water today. There's been a huge leak or something in the building, so they're working on it. life is, if you're on 75 hard and you're a younger person, maybe in a new relationship or a new marriage or an old marriage, and there's some problems. I'm personally not reading this book in my 75 hard, but it's a book I've read and my husband have read, and I recommend it to everybody. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. And again, people say, oh, it's a silly book. It's not a silly book. It's a great book. Men, I think, get a tough rap in this life. Women are always man bashing. Men are expected to be like in a Disney movie, right? Like Aladdin, like the hero. But they aren't, are they? They're humans like us. So if you treat them a certain way, they might act differently. It's like give and take. Again, they're not the same as us. We're not the same as them. That's why this book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, it's awesome at explaining the differences of the two sexes and sort of what drives them, what their needs are, how they communicate. You know what it is? It's the basic understanding of the opposite sex. And then you have that knowledge and that compassion and that love. And it just, I'm telling you, it makes everything that much easier. You don't have misunderstandings. Or if you do have a misunderstanding, you know why. Like, read the book. And the other thing I'm going to say, I'm on a little bit of a relationship bent right now. I've learned a lot. I've been married over 30 years. I've learned a lot in my very long relationship with Pat. And we've gone through all kinds of changes. You know, we met when we were 23, maybe 22. We met when we were 22. We started dating when we were 23. But a couple things I've learned. Here's some of my pearls of wisdom. Ask for what you need. Whether it's in the relationship or at work, ask for what you need. Don't think that your person you're with, your partner, is a mind reader or your boss is a mind reader. If you want that promotion, ask for that promotion. If at home you want your partner to do the dishes, ask them to do the dishes nicely. You don't have to demand whatever, but ask for what you want. So Salty, our bulldog, is sort of asking for what you want 101. She is as basic as they come, and she barks every single time she wants something. And she is like, I don't think I've ever met a better communicator. She has to go out, she has to do her business. Bark, bark, bark. She's hungry. Bark, bark, bark. She wants to play. Bark, bark, bark. She wants attention. Bark, bark, bark. There's always a reason she's barking. And that's what we've come to love and learn about her. There's always a reason. She communicates better than anyone. And once you can understand that, your partner, your dog, your whoever, how they communicate, life becomes pretty easy. This is, I think, the last thing I'm going to say. We learned this in therapy. Yep, we were in therapy, and it helped. No shame in that. The only shame is not doing therapy if you need it, because there's no shame. I don't believe in shame, but it really helps. And it's not a weak person that gets therapy. It's a strong person that knows they need help. Otherwise, they're going to probably lose things or people in their life if they don't get help. That shows real strength, integrity, and courage. So I commend anyone that goes to therapy and go for it. So here's I'm giving you some free therapy like Mel Robbins gives all of us. I love Mel. Not just ask for what you want. There's some very simple words you can use from the time you get up till the time you go to bed with your partner. I know it sounds simple. It really works. Please. Even with a smile or a physical touch. Please, will you take out the garbage? Please, will you, come home a few minutes early to do whatever? The word please has a very strong meaning. It just smooths the way. Thank you. a heartfelt thank you. And even if it's hard for you to say those 2 words, thank you, at first, just say them. When somebody does the dishes, don't just, assume they know you're happy they did. Thank you for doing the dishes. A little peck on the cheek, a little hand on the shoulder, whatever it is, thank you. It goes a very long way. Acknowledging the person, the act they did, the service, whatever they did, thank you. Here's the whopper, which we all know, I am sorry. I know that's really hard for a lot of people. Let me tell you, I don't know that there are 3 more powerful words except I love you. I love you and I am sorry. I am sorry might be more powerful than I love you. I don't know. Just try it. Please, thank you, I am sorry. Every day, little by little, you're going to see a change. All right. I got to get back to my 75 hard and my salad. Day 9, I'm on my first workout, my usual Brickle loop with my podcast or audiobook, which I love. This is a treat, and it's only gotten better because I'm getting up earlier now. But I just want to say, yesterday, day 8, was going swimmingly until about 1:30 in the afternoon, and then I got a little lazy. Oh, I could do it tomorrow, I'll do it later this afternoon. I'm just doing things as they come up. And that's big. That's a nice switch. Today is day 9, morning of day 9. The easiest of all days so far. Yesterday was a real struggle, which I just did a video about while I was out on my walk. Yesterday afternoon, the wheels started coming off the bus a bit. It was the first time in the first 8 days that actually had happened. So in a way I was happy because I dealt with it and it wasn't easy. You got to watch the video, you'll see, but that's not what I want to talk about. I'm back. I like to do my reading, at least get the 10 pages done. I usually do more than 10 pages, but I get the 10 pages done in between my 2 workouts. And like I said, I'm reading Andy Frisella's 75 Hard book. Great book, very easy reading. I really like him. And immediately, I don't know what chapter 10 I'm on. Immediately, I resonate with a lot of things he says, but I just want to read you one sentence from his book, which may make this easier for you. It's already making it easier for me just reading what he's just said, because it is how I've lived my life, and I think it's the key to cultivating mental toughness, which he says is one of his aha moments. The number 1 key to cultivating mental toughness is to intentionally put yourself in places that are uncomfortable. And most people say, I don't want to be uncomfortable. Well, take a water break. Hard equals happy. I'll say it fast. People think they want to be comfortable, laying on a beach, having a margarita, sitting in the sun, being on vacation, being lazy, maybe for a day, 2 days, a week. No, a week I'm bored with that, and I get antsy after day 3. Really, they think they want that. What they really get energized by and motivated by is hard challenges, because that's what stimulates you and brings Day 13. The motivation that I'm feeling is coming from the confidence that I'm gaining even after just 12 days of doing 75 hard. I am craving getting up early in the morning and coming out from my first workout, which is a fast, sweaty walk with a podcast, and it's like feeding me and fueling me, and I feel energized. So I guess all I can say is like keep going. It gets easier kind of quickly. I think at the beginning maybe I may plateau, I'm sure, but right now I have sort of a high. I don't want to wake up and have a big piece of toast with jelly. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I love that. But for me, I needed to control and resist food right now, and train my mind and my body, and it's working. So go for it, you guys. You can do it. You can do it. If you feel the results, that will motivate you. Day 13 of the 75 Hard Challenge. I'm halfway through my water almost. I've finished my second workout of the day, and I'm about to do my sauna and my reading. I am actually loving this new routine, and I needed it desperately, and I waited too long, but I didn't know about it. And what I want to do, what I haven't seen in the other videos, is talk specifically about what's happened in the first 13 days. And this is only one of the good aspects, but the main takeaway, the main thing that has created motivation in me to keep going with this, motivation to get up in the morning and be like excited to do it, is that one of my factors going into this is my issue with sugar, and craving sugar, and that making me feel good when I need that boost. I needed to get that out, and it is out of my system now after 13 days, but it's been replaced with a new great habit of the exercise, the reading, the podcast. It's feeding my soul the way sugar used to sort of feed me and give me that quick feeling of comfort or reward or something, but you quickly come down off of sugar, and then it sits on your body, and then you've depressed, and then the cycle starts again. With this challenge and what it does, I've chosen to replace sugar, with these new habits, and I'm telling you, it's working. I feel like it's feeding my soul. I have this great new motivation, and I'm craving that instead of sugar. I'm craving reading. I'm craving podcasts. I'm craving my morning walk to see the sun rise. So that's what you want to get out of it. That's the main hope, is that you see these great benefits and changes. And cheers, good luck. It's worth it. I just want to say I'm on day 13 of 75 Hard Challenge, and I have no idea what I look like right now. I'm sure it's pretty crazy. But I have a message to get out. And let me see if I can find it. I'm really loving his just to the point book, Andy Frisella, 75 Hard book. A lot of thoughts are percolating. That's another good thing about this program. It really makes you think. But while I was waiting for the sauna, I mentioned the specific things that I'm getting. Not that you feel great, you're doing it, you feel this, specifically replacing the sugar with the craving meeting thing to read and exercise and seeing those benefits. So there's self-motivation. But while I was reading the book, it makes you think about, I've been around a long time. I've been in my relationship with my husband for over 35 years. And we've worked on lots of things. We've been in therapy. We've grown together. Always, even at this stage, you always have things to learn. But one thing we learned in therapy many years ago, which we practiced when we needed to, it sort of comes natural, but you forget. It's like riding a bike. If you don't ride for a while, you get back on it, you know how to do it. But I guess that you could call it marital advice, but it's relationship advice. We happened to just learn it during our marriage, but I guess I'm recommending it to you and suggesting to you because it really helped, and if you do it sooner, you may not get into the problems we got into. Okay, everybody's into journaling these days. I'm not opposed to journaling, but it's very self-directed, I don't want to say self-absorbed, but it can get a little overboard. What about if you're in a partner and you really want to make it work and you really want to create intimacy and better communication? Journaling, you keep the little pad by your bed, and either in the morning or at night or whenever the thought strikes you, write in that book about your partner. And I don't mean, oh, he's so mean today. Specifically, like a great example would be something that he did that you liked, or she did that you liked or disliked, but be careful how you say it. Be gentle, compassionate. I used it more when we were using this technique for positive, always looking at the positives of the day and what you liked. So a great example would be, let's say you're out at a social event at a bar or an event together, and I would write in my journal, I loved how you grabbed my hand at that event. You could clearly see I was uncomfortable. And by you taking my hand, I felt immediately seen, important, loved, valued, and protected. And so for your partner to hear that, and they say, okay, I can do more of that. It's important to her. It made her feel good. It's really important to build those connections and that language together, that sort of unseen language, but reading the body language, observing each other. Marital relationship tips. So the point with that last marital relationship advice I gave, and what made me think of it, was Andy's book. The last thing I read was the details. So this whole challenge is really about paying attention to the details, following through on the details. You can't skip one detail or you go back to, square one. So details are important, especially in a relationship and life. So people forget this and they stop paying attention to the details. They let the little things slide, and because the details are, little, they don't immediately notice the negative effect. It's barely perceptible, but before they know it, in effect of neglecting all those little details, they accumulate and bam, everything falls apart. So you always little things happen, like a hairline crack, he says, in the dam, barely noticeable, leads to a flood of failure. So that's why I require something that seems so small and simple and insignificant as taking a progress pic. The little details in your marriage, expressing gratitude for one another, doing kind things each day on a daily basis, regularly communicating to make sure that you're both on the same page. You can find yourself divorced in no time. So I love that he put that in there, because all of this, it doesn't just affect your work, whatever. It's your relationships with yourself, with your partner. All these things affect all of your life. And it's something that I said at the beginning of part of this YouTube was about that marital advice I gave at the beginning. Remember saying, please, thank you, I'm sorry. Those details are major foundation builders.
This challenge is definitely teaching me not to waste time, and I look forward to more benefits in the coming weeks. So keep watching and I'll put up more videos. And if you're in the challenge, good luck, keep going. You got this.